Can you remember the first time you experienced wonder? For me, I was maybe 6 years old and I was on holiday camping in Wales in the countryside, and I was up late and looking into the sky, which was far darker than the sky where I lived at home. I could see the stars. I mean, not just see some stars, but I could see the stars. I lived in a town. I went to bed at 7 o'clock. I was 6. I'd never seen stars or darkness or light like this before. I could see the Milky Way. And decades later, I can still feel it in my body, what that moment did to me when I was amazed. I didn't have words for it at the age of 6, but I was experiencing wonder. Wonder is this emotion, this feeling, this thing which stops you in your tracks when you encounter it, when you see it, when you feel it, when you sense it, when you taste it, when you smell it, and you can't help but go, wow, that is amazing. There's a scientist who looks at emotions, and she talks about how wonder is, she calls it like a Gucci handbag of emotions. She says all the other emotions that we experience, they're to do with either fear and keeping stuff out or getting away from danger, or love and keeping stuff in and protecting ourselves. But wonder, she says, is like a Gucci handbag because you don't need it, but it's really nice to have it. She says our lives being punctuated by these moments of amazement are in themselves amazing. It could be for you the stars, this ever expanding and unexplored expanse of beauty and awe and gas and light and maybe life and gravity and rotation, which when you look at it, your mind begins to hurt because it aches. It's vast. It might be the tiny snowflake which silently falls under the dead of night and creates an entirely new landscape for when you wake up in the morning, and though nobody saw it fall and it's just joined a billion others to create just a blanket of white, that snowflake was itself a piece of art, never been done before, never to be repeated. Crystals of ice formed in a way which, when you look at them, you go, wow. Maybe it's the sea, maybe it's the sound of the waves crashing in, maybe it's the 7-foot tall scary ass wave that when you see it on YouTube you think, good grief, that's incredibly impressive and very, very scary, and you're struck by amazement at this wave, and then you see some lady surfing down the wave and you're amazed at the courage which this surfer has. Maybe it's the teeny tiniest artery that pulses through your body, delivering everything that life needs, all the ingredients for tomorrow, to the extremities of your fingers and toes and mind and brain and heart and lungs and everything else. And you don't understand it, and it's tiny, and you're amazed by it, but you're also amazed by the surgeon who spent hours and years learning and practicing so that they're able to sew it back together whilst I struggle with my laces. It's amazing. We're surrounded by wonder. We're surrounded by incredible. We're surrounded by beauty. We're surrounded by stuff that is unexplainable. Anybody else know how you make candy floss? No! We are surrounded by wonder. We are formed by wonder. And so we're left with one question. Did you spot it today? Did you slow down and look up enough that you were smacked in the face by amazement? Or were you just watching stuff on your phone? Orcs.